Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Real Talk Playoff Edition. I'm your host, Pascal Mayala. Today we had I will say this. Last night when we had the Western Conference Finals, Game 3 between the Mavericks and the Timberwolves. So, big win for the Timberwolves. Actually, not the Timberwolves, for the Mavericks. But before we talk about the game, I want you guys to listen to this podcast on Spotify, Apple Music. Sorry, not Apple Music. Just kidding. I was just thinking about the 100 list, but that's another day. That's another story for another day. But listen to Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and any platform you can listen, or you can listen to this on YouTube. So if you want to listen to on YouTube, write on research Too Good to Be True podcast with Pascal Mayala. Like, subscribe, notify, and leave your comment, because your comment is so important to me. So let's get into the game right now. So, great win for the Mavericks, 116 to 107. The Mavericks now, they're 3-0 against the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals. So shout out to the Dallas Mavericks. Shout out to Luka Doncic, who got a phenomenal game. He had 33 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, 1 block. Shot for 10 and 20 in the field goal. 5 and 11 on the 3-point, and 8 for 10 in the free throw line. Kyrie also got a phenomenal game. Same number as Luka. 33 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Shot with 12 to 20 in the field goal. 3 and 6 in the 3-point. 6 for 8 in the free throw line. But also, I'm going to give shout out to PJ Washington and Daniel Jones Jr., who also contributed to this game. Contributed this game because they were also the important key role of this game. Now let's go with the Timberwolves stat. Anthony Edwards got nothing to say. He said he was very aggressive. If you listen to the press conference of 2 days ago, he said, actually, I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago, he said that he needs to be aggressive in Game 3. So he was aggressive. So he had 26 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, shot for 11 for 24 in the field goal, only 2 for the 3-point, and 4 assists at the free throw line. Karl Anthony Towns, I'm very disappointed at him. He had 14 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, shot for 5 of 18 in the 3-point in the field goal, 0 and 8. Let me repeat this: 0 and 8 at the 3-point. And Rudy Gobert is Rudy Gobert, but I'm gonna give shout out to Jaden McDaniel, who had a great contributor to the game. 15 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 6 shots, 6 for 8 in the field goal, 3 and 4 in the 3-point. Same thing for Mike Conley. He also was a little bit disappointed, but also he's a fourth option in the team. So he got 60 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 1 steal, shot for 6 for 11, 4 and 7 at the 3-point. And now it's really, like I said, 6th man of the year. 6th man of the year. He got 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, shots for 5 for 10 in the field goal, 1 for 5 in the 3-point. You can say then for Kyle Anderson, 10 points, 2 blocks, 3 assists, 5 shot for 5 assists in the field goal. Now, let's talk about the game in whole. I think that the coach need to adjust. he need to adjust his lineup because. And then I will play it late. Then you're gonna listen to what Draymond Green and Charles Barkley are gonna say, but they need to go small. They really need to go small ball on Game 4 because you know that you cannot trust Rudy Gobert in those situations, and also that a coach also need to adjust the role player too, like Naz Reid and Kyle Anderson, because the way they play right now is not gonna work. So let's listen what Draymond Green and Charles Barkley got to say about game 3.
His decision making. Oh, he did. That's what Chris Finch said going in. Just hold on a second. I'm just telling you what the coach said. Has he improved? He improved in that area tonight.
I thought he could have been a little better with his decision making, but this isn't about Anthony Edwards tonight. Anthony Edwards played great basketball. At some point, Chris Finch got to make an adjustment. You keep rolling the same guys out there with the same game plan each game, and you falling behind 3-0. So at what point are you going to make an adjustment? Not worry about feelings. We can't worry about Karl Anthony Towns' feelings or Rudy Gobert's feelings. They need Naz Reid out there. They need Kyle Anderson out there. And the way you got to figure that out. And he has not done a great job, and he's blaming his guys, and that's not good.
Yeah, and listen, people think, well, A-Rod and my boy Pat think I've been hit hard on the Wolves. I said, yo, man, they've done great. They had a great season. I said, but the way the NBA is played today, if he's playing in our day, it'd have been great. But this is 2024. It's small ball. Now, you can play big ball if you're going to be dominating. They're not dominating. So you can't say, well, if you're going to play big guys, they got to dominate, because we're not going to get stops. We're not going to get stopped. You can't have A and B. You can't say, well, we're going to play big and not dominate and don't get stops. And the problem they got, Dallas don't have no big guys they got to stop. So why are you playing two big guys? You got to go small. He's 100% correct. You got to go with Naz Reid. He should have did it sooner, because the game is about matchups. If Karl Anthony Towns, underdog, says he's, what's that number again? Well, 4 for 32 from 3. The last 5 games. That makes 0 sense. Why are you shooting that 4 for 32? Under no circumstances is that smart basketball. And then people say, well, he's a good shooter. Well, damn, he ain't good now. And you take your big ass down to the box. I mean, that makes 0 sense. Why are you shooting 32 threes and you only making 4? Anybody think that's common sense or good basketball is a dummy.
5 for 18 tonight, 0 for 8 from deep. We'll get your thoughts in 1 second, Shaq.
So you heard what Charles Barkley said and Draymond Green. Both of them, who, by the way, they play in the NBA and they also play in the playoff. What Draymond Green said is 100% true. Like I said earlier, that Coach Finch need to adjust to change the roster a little bit in the lineup. But also, I agree 100% with Charles Barkley, because how come you the Timberwolves are playing two big guys and the Mavericks are playing small ball? It doesn't make any sense at all. Because if you really want to play a big, that means the Dallas Mavericks lineup should be big. But because the Dallas Mavericks play small, you need to get rid of Rudy Gobert, put him on the bench, and start Naz Reid to go small. And I'm gonna call out Karl Anthony Towns for it. And this is my critique of Karl Anthony Towns in the playoff. Stop shooting 3. You're a big guy. get your big ass body into the paint, dominant inside the paint. Because I look at the number right now that inside the NBA right now, they're showing me. Look at that last 5 games. He got 15 points, close to 16 points. His field goal is 35%, right? But look at the 3-point field goal in the last 5 games. And that include also the semifinals against the Nuggets. That mean you go game 6, game 7, game 1, game 2, game 3. 2 games in the semifinal against the Nuggets, 3 against the conference finals against the Mavericks. He had 4 for 32 in the 3-point. 4 and 32. And if you put it in a percentage, what is the percentage? It is 12.5%. That's a career low over 5-game stretch for Karl Anthony Towns. So, Karl Anthony Towns, I'm calling you out because you need to bring your big ass trunk into the paint and dominate and stop shooting threes. And I'm calling you out like that. So stop making threes and bring your big ass into the paint. Now let's hear about
What the coach said.
Actually, I don't need to put it because they already called out Cat. They already called out Cat for shooting his too many 3-point. So let's hear Kyrie Irving after the victory against the Timberwolves in Game 3. So let's little bit listen what you gotta say, Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie, I want to listen to you.
Good as it gets when it comes to the playoffs. After Minnesota took the lead in the fourth quarter, what was the continued message in every huddle, every timeout that allowed you guys to close this one out?
Stay poised and understand that they're going to make their runs, and they're a great team, so we got to show them respect, and this is what competition is all about, doing the little things to get yourself in a position to win at the end of the game, and I felt like we did that.
One of yours went down in that first half, Derek Lively, a hard hit for him. He's an integral part of what you guys have been able to do, but what does it say about the depth of this team to be able to battle like this and get the third game win?
We're resilient. We have a lot of depth. That's what's made us special post the All-Star break. We've been able to trust each other, and we've been able to grow in situations like this. So, we've been in positions like this down the stretch where we just got to understand that the game is in our hands, and we just got to go and take it.
Harry, you're known as the closer, but Luka can do it as well. When you have the 1-2 punch of both of you guys, how much confidence do you have in the ability that no one seems to have an answer for you guys?
It's beautiful, because we work so hard on our crafts, but I think, we're not who we are without our teammates, really. And I don't mean to be cliche about that. Our teammates give us a lot of confidence. And, sometimes when we're struggling out there, they pick us up, and we need to pick them up too. So it's a great team environment that we have built here.
You're 1 game away from heading to the NBA Finals. I know you have experience in this, but what do you preach to the younger guys and for yourself? How do you stay poised and continue to not let your foot off the gas come Wednesday?
Don't take this moment for granted and understand that they're still going to continue to play hard. In order to have a great team submit or anybody submit as a competitor, you got to make sure you do everything right. So we got to prepare, we got to get our rest, and we just got to be ready for a home crowd that's ready to go to the finals. And we got to play to our strengths. We can't get too emotional, too high and low. So it'll be exciting, but we got to be even keeled throughout this whole time.
Harry, they were ready for you guys tonight. We'll see you Tuesday.
So you heard what Kyrie said. And I'm going to admit that the way that Kyrie's playing and mentoring the young guys is unique. Because he's been there. He's a veteran. He's been there. And now they're 1 win away to go to the finals. I gotta say this. I just want to say one word to Kyrie. Actually, not one word. I got a lot of words, but this was going to be particular. What a great leader that Kyrie is right now. That's all I gotta say about that. Now let's just a little bit Windhorse about the Timberwolves after game 3.
Brian Windhorst has been there for every game of this series, and he joins us now here on SportsCenter. And Brian, I felt like Game 3 was very indicative of Games 1 and 2. It might be tight down to the fourth quarter, but the backcourt of Dallas was going to do something that the Timberwolves could not stop, and that, again, was the case here in this game.
Yeah, the Timberwolves made some offensive and defensive adjustments in this game. Defensively, they tried to pack the paint a little bit more and focus less on the three-point shooting. There isn't really an answer for Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving right now, quite frankly, the way they're playing. The Mavericks overall had their best three-point shooting game of the series. The Wolves were trying to trade off that and try to do anything they can to deal with Luka and Kyrie as they came downhill. They just couldn't do it. They tried switching, they tried doubling, they tried coming over. I actually thought Jaden McDaniels played almost as well as you possibly could against Luka. He stayed down, he fought over screens. They're just two-star players at the top of their games, and beating them takes such a high level of offensive dominance. And quite frankly, the Wolves aren't getting it from Karl Towns and Anthony Edwards. They're trying, they're working. They're just not matching the Dallas Stars shot for shot, and that's why they're down 3 games to none now.
So you heard that. You heard that what Brian Windhorst said. They don't have any answer for Kyrie and Luka. So I can agree 100% about that. So they need to figure out in Game 4 before they get swept. That's all I gotta say about that. Now, I don't want to do. I'm not gonna do the team stat right now because I got other. Actually, you know what? I can do it right now because only in field. If I look at the numbers, if I look at the team stat, their field goal percentage, they're pretty much close between the Mavericks and the Timberwolves by 5. Actually by 6 right now. Except for the 3-point that the Mavericks have 50% of 3-point over Timberwolves for 30%. But also, I'm looking at their rebound. They're pretty close. Timberwolves 33, Maverick 32. Same thing with us. Actually, close to the assist. Like the Timberwolves have 26 and the Maverick 19. Now, the point in the paint. That's pretty curious because if I look at the point point in the paint, the Timberwolves have 50, the Maverick 40, which you sometimes you question about how maybe because it's Anthony Edwards shooting in the paint, or Naz Reid, or Jaden McDaniel. But if you look at their number, maybe it's not because of them. Maybe it's not because of Karl Anthony Towns or Rudy Gobert. Maybe it's the other players. So that's baffled me why Karl Anthony Towns cannot stay in the paint. But that's all I'm gonna say about this series. They're gonna play on Tuesday, Game 4. Now let's give the preview of Game 4 between the Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. So Game 3, they didn't play without Tyrese Halliburton, and they really struggled. So what I don't think I don't think I didn't see any report of if Tyrese Halliburton will be back in Game 4. Because if there's no report, that means that Tyrese Halliburton is not going to play for Game 4, and Indiana is going to struggle. And what did I say about the Indiana Pacers? I said this, that they're playing too fast. And they need to play very slow. Not very slow, but slow. And now that Tyrese Halliburton is hurt, this is going to be an issue with his left hamstring. I think he also got injured his left hamstring in the regular season, in the second half of the regular season, because he wasn't the same after that. So for Indiana Pacers, play in a slow pace. Pascal Siakam is your number one option now. So you need to feed him the ball to dominate and dominate in the series. Miles Turner needs to step up also because he was in foul troubles in Game 3. Same thing with the rest of the role players. And the role player need to step up too. So that's what I gotta say for the Indiana Pacers. Now for the Celtics, play the way like you did in Game 1, Game 2, Game 3. Jason Taylor need to show up. Jaylen Brown, I don't need to say something, because he's balling right now. Derek Wright also, same thing. Drew Holiday, amazing. Yeah, I don't know when Kristaps Porzingis is gonna come back, but I don't think he's gonna come back. Maybe he's gonna come back in the finals. That would be very interesting. But if he come back in Game 4, I got no issue, because they're dominating the Pacers. And also Boston Celtics are the superior team over the Indiana Pacers. So I got nothing to say about that. But that's all I gotta say for today. Like I said, if you want to follow me on social media, follow me on X, formerly Twitter, at Belly versus PMM. Same thing with Threads. Actually, just kidding. Same thing for Thread. It's Pascal _Mayala _15. Same thing in Instagram, Pascal _Mayala _15. If you want to listen to this podcast, you can listen to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Castbox, so on and so forth. You can find it in any platform. Also, I got a YouTube channel. If you want to listen to my previous, same thing with my podcast, you can listen also on YouTube. It is Too Good to Be True podcast with Pascal Mayala. I want you guys to like, subscribe, notify, and leave your comment. So that's all I gotta say for today. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow for Game 4 between the Pacers and the Boston Celtics.